My dear friends, The Four Treasure Seekers is the story that I have brought for you all today. This story is one of the Panchatantras. Now, Panchatantra stories are all-time favorites, right? Because they're very entertaining and they teach us so much. So, the Four Treasure Seekers. Once upon a time, there lived four brahmins who were the best of friends, but all of them were very poor. They decided to earn some money, but they did not know what to do. So they decided to travel and trade. So all four of them bid farewell to their families and friends and started their journey. Now in those days, the transportation was not as developed as today, so they all went on foot. So it was a long duration that one would be away from home. That is why these friends bid farewell to their family. Now soon they arrived at a city. As they traveled further, they met a magician. The magician invited the Brahmins to his house. He inquired about the purpose of their travel. And when he heard the purpose, he wanted to know how would they make money. So those four Brahmins asked the magician to help them find a solution to this by sharing some trick. The magician agreed to help the four Brahmins. He prepared 4 magic quills and gave one to each Brahmin. He said, "Go to the northern slope of the Himalayas, and wherever the quill drops, there the owner will certainly find a treasure." So the Brahmins thanked him and set off for the Himalayas. After some time, the leader's quill dropped. Everybody started digging for treasure and they found some copper coins. The leader said, "Let us take all these coins." But the others said, "Oh, you fool, copper coins will not make us rich. Leave it and let's go further." "You may go, but I will not go along with you," said the leader. "I am happy with what I have." So he took the copper coins and went back to his village. The rest of them continued with the journey. They traveled a little more when the other quill dropped. They dug there and they found silver. The Brahmin whose quill had dropped said, "Oh wow, I have got my treasure. Let us all return to the village." "Oh, you fool! First we found copper, now silver, the third time surely we are going to find gold. Let us go further," said the other two. However, the second Brahmin was quite happy with the silver and he did not agree to go further, so he returned home with the silver. The remaining two went on until one of the quills dropped again. When the owner dug, he found gold. He was so happy, he said, "Let us take the gold and return to the village now." However, his companion said, "Oh no, don't you see? Copper, then silver, then gold. Now we are going to certainly hit upon a pot of gems. Let us go further." However, his companion refused to accompany him and said, "You may go, I am happy with this gold." So the last Brahmin went alone. He traveled in the scorching heat. He was very thirsty and looked around for water. Finally, he saw a man with blood dripping all over his head because a wheel was whirling over him on his head. He immediately went to the man and asked him, "Hello, sir, why do you stand here in this scorching heat with a wheel rotating on your head?" The moment the Brahmin had said this, the wheel left the man's head and settled on the Brahmin's head. "What is the meaning of this?" asked the shocked Brahmin. "In this very same way, my dear friend, it had settled on my head. It has now settled on yours." "But when will it go away? It hurts terribly," said the Brahmin. "When someone who has a magic quill just like the one you had and who is as greedy as you and reaches and asks the same question as you did, then only will it leave you and settle on his head." "How long were you here?" asked the Brahmin to the man. "Who is the king at present?" asked the man. "King Vinavatsa," replied the Brahmin. On hearing, the man said, "When Ram was the king, I was very poor. I got a magic quill and I came here just like you. And I don't remember how many centuries I have been here that this wheel has settled on my head." "But how do you eat while standing here?" the Brahmin asked. "Well, friend, the god of wealth, afraid that his treasure would be stolen, prepared this terror so that no magician could come so far. And if anybody did succeed in coming, he was freed from hunger and thirst and had only to bear this torture." "You have freed me. Now I am going home," said the man as he went away. The Brahmin's companions, who were waiting for him to return, were wondering why his friend was delayed. So he followed the footprints. Having gone a little way, he saw a man whose body was drenched with blood, who had a wheel whirling on his head. When he went nearer, he saw that the man was none other than his own friend. "My friend, what happened to you?" His friend told him the entire story. And the companion said, "My dear, your greed has brought such misery on you. You have to suffer because of your greed. You have to suffer because you did not listen to us and you were not satisfied with what you had." Leaving his companion to his fate, the third Brahmin went away. And this greedy Brahmin stood there. I don't know for how long. What does it teach us? Be satisfied with what you have. Don't fall into the trap of greed like this fourth Brahmin did. I'm sure you like the story, children, so please like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon to get all updates. Thank you for listening to the story. I will come again with another story to narrate to you. Till then, Amu says, ta-ta.